Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel today. I wanna start some new content, and as you can see, I'm opening this patch in Wildlife, the newest patch, and uh, as a Wildlife assassin connoisseur, okay, we're going to react on the new patch. I'm gonna make this like a 8-minute video, and I'm gonna try to dissect everything as an assassin player, right? Yeah, I play a couple of mages, but as a main assassins player, what kind of changes that benefits us, and what kind of changes that maybe uh, will be a negative to us. But I'm not gonna make this like a really detailed video, but I'm trying to cut this thing short, and I will edit each and every one of it. So yeah, I guess let's get into it. As you guys can see, there is Aurora, the champion, right here. Yep. I don't really play her yet. I ban her in rank, just like a same main mode. And here's the Galio skin, the Lilia skin, whatever. Okay, so just like everybody knew, they giving a lot of change to the marksman. Uh, how can I say this? Some of the marksmen are actually good, uh, translated good assassins. Such like maybe we will see lethality pairs with the essence river, maybe, or maybe with the collector back. So yeah, it's kind of funny where they buff marksmen so much they became assassin themselves. So yeah, that's kind of funny to me. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, where can I put this? Okay, so virus, just like I said. Okay, so TLDR, I can't really be sure what they're trying to do here. They try actually with the things in here. They trying to make him viable for all the playstyle, which much more appreciated because Valor is one of the easy marksman to play. So if I get auto filter marksman or dual lane, I actually pick Jin, Varus, or Lucian. I think because Lucian I have the legendary skin, the High Noon. So yeah, I pick him, but Varus I don't really have his skin with him. So yeah, but he's a legit good, solid team fight marksman. Yeah, so if you guys want to pick him, I think you can try a bunch of different builds with him. But we will see in this match what his position is like. Well, but right now, all of these changes that they made to him, just just to make him easier to what can I say, build him. Right? So you can go with the collective build, or maybe you can go with the essence build. But what I read from here, I think the Solari essence river is actually really trash of him. So you can't really buy that money. So yeah, tough luck. If you wanna try Lethality Virus, you can try it. I think I'm gonna make a separate video for it, but we'll see. Okay, so Zeri, let's see. I have reached this. I have oh shit. I'm so sorry about that. I have reached this patch notes menu, so I'm not really that blind reacting into this patch, but I'm gonna make this as entertaining as possible. Okay, so TLDR for Zeri, they make her easier to play with any sport, without the enchanter. So in the previous Zeri version of it, her version of her, I'm so sorry, she's not an animal. Uh, she's actually really good against shield and gaining some movement speed with the shield. It's like Just like here it says, they remove the gain 50% movement speed for 3 seconds when shielded. So they make her easier to play with anyone. Okay, so you don't have to really play Zeri with the enchanter support. Maybe you can play with Braum and you can play with Alistar, because like the benefit for marksman for me I think, because I play a lot of engage support. I play maybe Pike, Alistar, and sometimes of course I'm refresh in the last video, but I always like that every marks every, every marksman, they actually have to be good playing with any sport. I don't care what they are, okay, because they type the type of lane that needs two people working together. So you can't just design a champion when you design a champion when they just good at doing one thing without doing with the another. So much much more appreciated I think for all the Zeri player. But yeah, TLDR, they make Zeri good play. They make Zeri good playing with any support, tank or mages. Okay, you can still play Zeri with enchanter support. You can still play her with that. Okay, but they make her easier to play and easier to play. Okay, I'm not saying that she will be good and not OP. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that she will easier to be played in any position. You don't really have to look at your pick. If you wanna play Zeri, maybe you're gonna watch out for something like Braum or Yasuo maybe, because they can easily block your auto attacks. But that's every marksman problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all of this because I already read it. But what I will do is, as an assassin player, what I think for this patch and what's benefit me as an assassin's player or mid lane. If you wanna generalize it, I play a couple mages too. Okay? I play Ahri, I play those kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get to the next champion list. Ashe, yeah, they make it, and same with Zeri. Ashe, they make her easier to play, and instead of 6 times, you can play her at 4, and that's kind of it. Actually, all these things they cooldown. You only see the benefit of it if you play it. I don't care who you. Okay, you're not gonna imagine this number and then you're gonna imagine it in your brain, and then you're gonna this and that. No, you have to play her. And what and what I see is that Ashe is really good right now. At least she is a good safe pick with Jhin, just like I said, with Jhin, Varus, and then I don't think Vayne's a really good safe pick. Maybe Jinx, one more Jinx. Yeah, so those 4 marksmen is really good right now. You can pick it for anything. Yeah. So yeah, they make Ashe a little bit more easier to play, and Zeri too. And yeah, look at Jinx, get restore 10 missing mana. Nothing really that complicated. Misfortune, they just make her passive a little bit more damage, and Vayne they give a little more sustain, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Omnifam. Now that's all the marksman. We're gonna get right into the champion. Just like Mr. Trindamir here, Ashe husband. I don't really know what they do with him here. All I can see is that they can nerf him. And from what I think is that he doesn't even need a nerf. I never see a Trindamir. Well, of course, in my last video, I play against Trindamir. But other than that, I never really saw him in rank. At least in Master. I don't know when you get Grandmaster Error or Challenger and Sovereign, but I never see him. But I do play him. I do play him a couple of times, but I'm not really play him. But I don't think that he needs a nerf. But I do not know if this is a nerf. But they do increase some attack speed on his ult. So yeah, they kind of adjusting, nerfing something and buffing something too from. Yeah, okay, I think. And in Kindred, I think they buffer, or maybe this. I don't know if it's her or him because there are two people. So yeah, they're making it easier to play too. So yeah, this Marksman Rework TLDR for them is that they just make Marksman easier to play, which I'm not really against that, but they have been buffing Marksman for a couple of times now, and sometimes in a row. So yeah, expecting them to play in mid lane too. I already see a couple of Ezreal in mid lane. So yeah, it's kind of weird. But if they can play, I can play it. So I'm not really. I don't really have any problem with that. Yeah, they're using her easier to stack and easier and cut the cooldown a bit. And voila, they buffing more Primus too. The natural counter for Marksman, which is kind of appreciated. You guys can easily pick Primus into any competition with a lot of Marksman, a lot of AD with it, and still get along just fine. And yeah, they buffing the damage, they buffing the cooldown of it. So yeah, appreciate it. Nothing to talk about here. And then we go to Rakan. He's been buffed a couple of times. Move. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so they're making kind of tank here, but all I can say for Mr. Rakan over here is that he wasn't really a tank in the first place, if I'm being honest with you. If he's a tank, he's the squishiest thing out there. I don't care what you build on. What he does is that he does really good engage. What you want to build on him is a couple more damage on him. You don't want to build tank on him. If you do play tank Rakan, I think it's a little bit harder rather than just doing damage, because they're buffing his damage. So yeah, I'm not sure what they're trying to do here, but I'm trying. I tried Rakan, I lost, and I don't think that because they don't really say anything. I think. Yeah, they're just buffing him. They make his passive really faster on the cooldown. They give a little bit more base damage and base health regen on the first skill, and the base damage on the knockout. I'm really thinking playing Rakan mid, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, there's actually a Rakan mid one trick in the League of Legends, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta learn from him. I forget I think it's Korean or something. But yeah, that's Rakan. Yeah, that's all of the champion now. Okay, I don't really like reviewing a lot of this item because it's kind of complicating the editing session of it. So I'm gonna search through it. Maybe I'm gonna speed it up. So when I found an interesting one, I will stop. Okay. They just buffing a couple of item, especially marksman item. They reworking some of it. I'm not gonna I'm gonna tell you in detail about it, but I will stop the speed if I find an assassin item getting buffed or getting changed. Okay, such as Eclipse and Dustblade, I think they change it. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so here we go. Your redemption, they're getting the haste, nice. Okay, Sunfire Aegis, you're the Sunfire Aegis, you're the Harmonic Echo, you're the Radiant Storm, you're the Infinity Orb, they get a really big Thunderfall. So when you kill a champion, there is a second wave of damage, which is like a thunder. So it's really good on Fizz. I think Ahri is gonna use it really well, and Kassadin. I played Kassadin with Infinity Orb before, but I'm not really recording it. I'm just playing ranked. So yeah, this is gonna be fun using those tensions. Again, they buffing mages too, but it's more like an in the idol rather than the champion. Yeah, because in the last patch, they actually buff mages, and including Kassadin too. So thanks, Riot. Okay, so this is the Serious Grudge. Uh, a couple of assassins I used this. Yeah, they actually really and they give it grievous wounds, and they give it a stack of it. So I don't think I kind of like it, because from the PC until now, I actually built it on Z, but I actually accompany it with Executioner's Calling, or maybe the item of it. So they give it grievous wounds, make it kind of a sole purpose for assassins. So they don't really need to buy the Executioner's Calling anymore, but you have to finish the build for getting the grievous wounds. I'm not sure for this. I will test it on maybe on Talon or Zed maybe. Yeah, I will make a video for it too, and we will see about that. But they say this is an interesting change. At least this is an interesting one. Okay, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The Assassin's item, the, the founding father of the Assassin's item, the Dust of Drach. Oh my god, look at this. They just give it the PC's version. Okay. The first one I think are gonna benefit from this is Kha'Zix. Yeah, because Kha'Zix tend to get too close to people and actually kill them. So this Nightfall passive on it just gonna go nuts on him. On top of the ultimate visibility, mind you, I'm not saying not anyone can use it. Jace actually, who is one of the few not assassin, can use it. But yeah, of course you can play Jace a little more to assassin, but the item is fucking good, you know. So almost anyone can use it. And Aatrox have used this version of Dustblade. So yeah. And the Runan's Hurricane, they nerfed it, and the auto extent, and this is the critical that item rework. So what can I say? I don't know why they put shadow. What? No, yeah, they put phantom spot here. So yeah, of course, who benefit from this is Yone and Yasuo, of course. But they kind of get outshined by the AD carry that actually benefit 100% for it because they have range. But maybe I wasn't very good at the Yone or Yasuo. What I think is that they're gonna have a surge of quick for them because they're gonna be a little bit more tough to deal with. But I'm gonna say this, maybe Alione and Yasuo mates would hate me for this, but they kind of get outshined by those marksmen because they just buff those marksmen so much that sometimes a AD melee critical carry like that was really gonna cut it out. Especially someone like Kalista who can kite, right? I'm not saying that Yasuo and Yuri cannot and in and can kite, but they kind of have their limits. This marksman, yeah. A lot of item changes. Again, I'm not gonna specify it for you guys. I'm not gonna read all of it, but just for you know that a lot of things have changed in this. So you're gonna have to dissect it one by one for it. And yeah, all the critical items. Look at this. Collector getting buffed. Phantom Dancer, Infinity Edge. Oh my god, look at this. Okay, for the enchanted one. I already tested the Strikebreaker and the Core Drinker. I'm not really sure that they're really that good. Maybe the Strikebreaker is good for Bruiser like said. And for Core Drinker, for like right now, there's a lot of Grievous Wound in this game. When I use it on Aether's, I don't really feel anything. I'm just rather than go with Core Drinker, I just go with Gargoyle Stormblade. Yeah, being a little bit more tanky is a little bit more rewarding rather than staying with this Core Drinker. I don't know, maybe I wasn't really popping that all, so the effect wasn't really that nice, wasn't really that oomph, right? For what I gather is that at least there's a new item in Wild Rift, and I really want to see the pros use it. The Strikebreaker and the Core Drinker shenanigans like in the PC League. Let's see. Maybe I will make a video from it. Okay, on to the next one. Core Drinker, this Gale Force, really nice. And the Goddess Enchant Glory wasn't really that interesting other than the Portable one for Ahri. This is really good. So it does have its uses now in the damage department, not just for utility. And yeah, I really like this change to Protobell because Fizz can use it, Evelyn can use it in jungle. That's really something for me. And Remaker, I don't really use it because it's a support item. Magnetronic Chen, I don't use it. Japanese Hydra, sometimes. Bolt Breaker is making a comeback, by the way. I already see some Scion use it. So yeah, Eclipse is getting a really nice buff and nerf. They increased the goal by 100 and the damage by 5. Yeah. Good. And the max health 1%. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Ionian boots is now good on Akali. Oh, so if she doesn't really get that mana regen unless you get that health regen, so you can stay in lane without using the fit footwork, I think. And yeah, they removed the Solid Charger in Shackles from Razor, Meteor Enchant, and Teleport. And Teleport is actually no spell. Of course, there's a lot of top laner who use it or bottom laner. So, what I take from this match, let's see. I'm not gonna talk about map because that's so much to cover. I'm gonna give my rating on it. Okay, so this is oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna make my rating for it. there's a lot of people that really don't like Marksman really that getting all that love. But for me, I'm playing a lot of assassins, so technically I'm countering them, right? They kind of buffing into their limits right now. That's crazy. That's crazy, even for me. Uh, from 1 out of 10, I give this patch, I think, a 6 or a 7 because of they make a lot of interesting changes, but that's for PC, right? So I can't really just give it an 8 or 9 or even 10. Uh, it uh, once again, Assassin wasn't really getting that much love because they kind of afraid of buffing them, which is fine. But I also think that we really need some kind of a buff. Because if you pick an assassin channel, let's say Cousins, then you meet a fucking noon, and he just blasts you in the early game, you might not have a chance to win in late game anymore because like those mages, they're getting a lot of buff, and Nuno is actually a mage and a tank. So yeah, it's really hard. And if you're facing someone like maybe Kalista or something that have an exhaust, good luck trying to close the gap on her. Uh, what else? I'm actually gonna try Marksman on mid and see how that they're good. I already forcing a misfortune on mid. I think maybe 2 days ago. I'm using Jace. She wasn't really that good in my opinion, but I'm not playing in high elo right now because I'm demoted to Emerald because the season is reset. So yeah, I think that's the video. The video wasn't really gonna be this boring, mind you. I will give some type of gameplay, but yeah, that's all of it. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like it, subscribe if you want, and don't forget to comment on what things that I can improve. Don't be shy to comment. I will read everyone's comment because I'm starting my channel again. Yeah, I think that's it. See you guys later.